There are big questions as far as this flashy new fighter is concerned. Remember, obviously, this doesn't look real. These are concept images of what the aircraft will look like if it turns out to be real. But there are big questions that we must ask because many experts, including some former chiefs, are also asking. Question number one, how much will it actually improve pilot training? That is beyond doubt. If it delivers on the capabilities it claims to, this will be a game changer and a huge cost saver as far as pilot training is concerned. Number two, will the Indian Air Force support this aircraft program? Super crucial. The Indian Air Force hasn't always shown solidarity with programs of HAL, and for good reason sometimes. So will the Indian Air Force embrace the HAL FT-42 is a big question. Number three, doesn't HAL already have its plate full with other aircraft programs like the light combat aircraft, including the Mark 1, the Mark 2. There are future aircraft like the TED-BF for the Navy that are also supposed to come online. What about all those platforms? Does HAL have its plate full? You know, does HAL have the bandwidth to keep a new, one more fighter aircraft program coming online? Does it have the bandwidth to do it? And finally, number five, asking all these questions is fine, but will the cost-saving benefits be too good to resist? And will that finally be the game changer that persuades the Indian Air Force that this is something they should put their entire strength behind? So those are the big questions we're asking at this point of time. Now, I told you just a short moment ago that it has been an incredible week as far as Indian aviation is concerned. Just a few days ago, you had the Prime Minister in Bengaluru, near Bengaluru, as a matter of fact, unveiling the first light utility helicopter from HAL stable, designed, developed and built for the Indian Army. Now, this helicopter is going to be handed over to the Indian Army next week, and it is another reason to celebrate Indian military aviation this week. Take a look at what this helicopter is all about.
The view from a helicopter cockpit, flying between the world's highest landing grounds. The forbidding, desolate heights of the Siachen Glacier, where the air is thin, the temperatures well below zero, and where survival is a daily struggle. But the helicopter from which the video has been shot is not even in service yet. It's called the Light Utility Helicopter, developed by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. It is currently under a final phase of testing and certification by the Indian Army and Air Force. This indigenous helicopter, with a high rate of production planned, will be churned out from HAL's Bengaluru rotorcraft facility to replace in-service Chetak and Cheetah helicopters that form a crucial logistic element in India's high-altitude deployments. A requirement of nearly 200 of the LUH has been laid down, but a firm order has still not been placed. Continuing accidents and fatalities on the Cheetah and Chetak fleet has not added urgency to the LUH program. With a crew of 2 and capacity to carry 6 passengers, the LUH is purpose-built for high-altitude operations. The 2-ton light helicopter can be modified from a basic cargo utility chopper to being able to deliver small special forces teams to forward locations, to a mini air ambulance, or even a light gunship. Of a requirement of about 400 light military helicopters, this indigenous chopper will fulfill the need for half. The other half, theoretically, is to be met by the Russian K-8-2260. That is to be built by India and Russia jointly. But with the latter deal going nowhere, critics of arms imports believe it's time to pour all resources and precious budgets into the Indian LUH. Most importantly, it's an Indian machine, developed, designed and manufactured in India by Indian engineers. The military will never have to face spares issues with an Indian helicopter. The helicopter, a derivative of the in-service and venerable Dhruv helicopter, will also be easily upgradable and as per the military's future needs. All this creates a strong case for the LUH to be India's sole future light utility helicopter. Whether or not India can pull back from the Russian deal is another story and may have its own political compulsions. But the LUH has proven that it is mature, capable and nearly ready to meet the Indian military's crucial helicopter requirements in the mountains and anywhere else they need to be deployed.